All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We're talking about the Denver Broncos in tonight's video, 8-5. You guys are currently in your bye week, so what a perfect time to just hype up this Denver Broncos team, because this is a squad that is looking to snap their playoff drought that dates all the way back to 2015. Folks, 2025 is like 24 days away. So this is the year they're looking very good. After this bye week, you got the Indianapolis Colts, but context is key here. It's unbelievable. The turnaround of this team is absolutely unbelievable. We talked about this. We've been talking about it actually the entire season. Sean Payton should probably win Coach of the Year. Bo Nix probably will be Rookie of the Year. And it's just insane. Bo Nix, 17 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, almost 3,000 passing yards already. He looks so poised. He's in control. And you see like the 93-yard pass play to Marvin Mims on that game against Monday night against the Cleveland Browns. And, all week I'm just hearing, Jameis Winston threw for almost 500 yards. They had over 500 yards of total offense. If Jameis didn't throw 3 interceptions, Denver would have lost that game, blah, 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 blah. We zoom out, trying to snap the playoff drought since 2015 with a rookie quarterback. The cap situation on this team because of Russell Wilson is an absolute, or currently is a nightmare. It's not going to be a nightmare for much longer. They got a bunch of draft picks. This Broncos team next year is going to be absolutely scary. And even just speaking right now, they're scary in the sense of you don't want to play Denver. Denver's not a team you want to play in the playoffs as it stands right now. And there's some big games against the Chargers, another game against the Chiefs in the final 4 games of the season. But folks, welcome back to the channel. Obviously, we're going to talk about the Denver Broncos. Hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. We post a bunch of Broncos videos every single week. Bronco fans, thank you for rocking with me since day one. Those first 2 weeks were brutal. All the comments, oh, Bo Nix is good, huh? Oh, yeah, Bo Nix is good. Yeah. Bo Nix is good, all right? On third down against the Cleveland Browns, 7 of 11, 156 passing yards, 1 touchdown. Marvin Mims had a phenomenal game. Jaleel McLaughlin had a phenomenal game. And Cortland Sutton, the chemistry between him and Bo Nix, it's super apparent. It's just clear as day. He has 467 receiving yards since week 8. That is the most amongst all NFL wide receivers. And speaking of wide receivers, Marvin Mims is so interesting, all right? This was Sean Payton's first pick in the Denver Broncos era. Selected him out of Oklahoma in the second round of the 2023 draft. He really got off to the scene of the NFL last year's rookie season, kind of with a bang, and then it fizzled out towards the end of the season. And he's had a really good stretch of football right now, and so it was like 7th round rookie Devon Vele, Troy Franklin's had some moments here. Obviously, they're missing kind of like a multifaceted tight end, and that's stuff they'll address in the offseason here. But Marvin Mims has 12 catches for 211 yards and 2 touchdowns in the past 4 games. He's also got 23 yards of rushing on only 9 carries. He's also averaging 19.5 yards on his 5 punt returns. That is Madden, Devin Hester statistic territory. And we go back to that 93-yard dot. It was crazy. That was a game changer. The Bo Nix threw like 2 interceptions. He was 18 of 35, 294 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. And that pass to Marvin was, the touchdown, the 93-yarder. Both of those interceptions, the second one was kind of stupid. Sean Payton took the blame for it. The first one was a deflection. The stat sheet might not tell you Bo Nix had a great game, but Bo Nix had at least a really solid football game. That pass traveled 44.3 yards in the air. That is the second longest completion of Bo Nix's young career. Mims had 0.4 yards of separation when he caught the football. He ran a top speed of 20.68 miles per hour. The probability that that football was completed was 29.5%. And the reason this is so awesome is because they're really struggling connecting on deep balls. Denver currently ranks 23rd in EPA per dropback on throws of 20 or more air yards, so not great. And even prior to that 93-yarder, Bo Nix targeted Marvin Mims on 7 passes in that deep range, and all of them are incomplete. So you're starting to see it. We've seen flashes of Troy Franklin. We've seen Devon Vele, especially recently, and now you're seeing it with Marvin Mims, and it all just makes so much sense. This was a 2023 second round draft pick, so the offense is coming together. We keep talking about the run game, but I get it, man. Javonte can be hit or miss, hot and cold, 4 carries, 1 yard, 1 touchdown in that game against Cleveland. But Jaleel McLaughlin having a good season, have a really good stretch right now. He finished that game with 14 carries for 84 yards, averaging 6 yards per carry. And the reason this is so important is, running back, big friend for the quarterback, especially a rookie quarterback. And once you start getting into playoff football, you start taking on the Chargers, the Chiefs. That run game is going to be extremely vital and important. And it's not even like Denver's a bad running team. They're 15th in the league in total rushing, but it's confusing at times because, even Bo Nix could lead this team. It could be Javonte one game. It could be Audric Estime one game. It could be a Jaleel. It's a good problem to have. But right now, man, it's defense, defense, defense. I think you guys are the fourth best defense in the National Football League. Nick Bonito had that 71-yard pick six. Cody Barton also had a 56-yard interception. McMillan with the game-sealing 44-yard pick six. Currently second in the league in points per game allowed behind the Los Angeles Chargers, and they're currently tied with the Detroit Lions at 18. That stat might not even be the same anymore because they just gave up, 31 to my Green Bay Packers last evening. They're leading the NFL in sacks with 47. That's 5 more. Texans are in second place. There's 5 more than the second place team. And it's just so funny because there are so many dudes on this team. And I always go back to this. I think it's the guy who does the podcast. He does a podcast with Colin Cowherd. And this was like some point recently, actually. This was like halfway through the season. And they were doing like, Sunday afternoon recap of every game. And the guy was saying, I think it's like John Middlecoff, something like that. He was saying like, man, I'm watching this game and I don't even know who half these players are. I kept going on Google. I kept checking their depth charts. I don't even know who these players are. And it's like a no-name defense if you're not aware of the Denver Broncos, but there are some freaking studs. And like Broncos fans, Zach Allen, Nick Bonito, these guys, right? Most people heading into this season, the only guy they probably know is Pat, the best cornerback in the NFL. But Nick Bonito currently 16th amongst all edge rushers and pass rush win rate. Zach Allen is currently first in the same statistic. And, by the way, I got some of these statistics from Joe Mahoney over on Mile High Report. Phenomenal article. Go check it out. In run stop win rate, Jonathan Cooper's 10th amongst all edge rushers with a win rate of 30. DJ Jones is number 1 with a 47% win rate. Justin Strnad, who's really come alive ever since he got the call up. He's currently 4th amongst all linebackers in pressure rate at 24%. He's generated pressure on 12 of his 50 pass rush snaps. Pat is the best cornerback in the NFL right now. He's allowing a 59.2 passer rating. As a team, the Broncos are 9th in the NFL, allowing a passer rating of 85.1. Number 1 is the Detroit Lions at 76.5. And Riley Moss is going to be coming back soon after this bye week, probably right away. It's just an unbelievable defense. And when you have a defense like this and you have an offense that is getting it going with a rookie, the sky truly is the limit, and they look like they're on their way to the playoffs. I won't jinx it, but they look like they're about to snap this playoff drought. I got to go to Red Robin, so I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's video. Hit that like button, hit that sub button. Guys, give me your thoughts on this Broncos team. How many wins do you finish with? And we will see you at some point next week. Peace.